welcome to the video. This is yet again one of my how-to type videos, and this is the Hobby Engine Southampton tug. I bought this last weekend, and I took it out on its briefly last Sunday, and I've got some initial thoughts about it, some things that could do with improving. So I thought it might be interesting for other people to see me making these improvements. So just want to start, my initial view of the boat is a number of things I like about it. I like the price, I like the paint job, I like the fact that I didn't have to put it together. It's watertight, which is actually pretty good. It's got brass props, it's got twin engines, and I'll come back to that again in a minute. It's got proportional steering servo, see that here. Not amazingly good, but certainly good enough for this. It's got geared motors, has prop guards, which actually quite like how it's quite weedy and it seems to help. It comes with its own stand. With the unit that comes with it, you can turn all of the individual lights on and off on the cab. It does have a smoke unit, and I actually think it looks pretty good. In terms of the things that I don't like, it sits too high in the water. It comes with a pretty small battery, 800 mAh, and that lasted about an hour before it suddenly turned itself off in the middle of the lake, and I was just about able to limp back, but I must admit I kind of wasn't as pleased. So as the thing comes, I think that I'd probably give it about 7 out of 10, and the things that I'm changing to it today sort all of the things which I don't like about it so much, and I'm hoping to make it a 10 out of 10 boat. So the first thing which I did was I took the boat to bits, and rather than explain how I did that, what I'm doing is I'm making a video or putting the boat back together, which is kind of the opposite of taking it to bits. So anybody wondering about that will see how I do it. Now the boat itself actually comes with this bit here, which was down in the front, and I've seen people converting to a larger battery, and they tend to take that out and put the battery down in the bottom here. Well, rather than do that, because actually I wanted the battery held, and I wanted somewhere to put all my radio gear. So what I did was I trimmed it slightly, and what that allows me to do is to actually put the battery in there and then pull it down with a Velcro strap. I just cut a couple of holes using a drill for doing that. The key modification which I've done is I'm not going to be using the existing radio control entirely, and what I wanted was I wanted to have independent control of each of the motors. You've got a motor here, each with a reduction gearbox, and the reason that the thing doesn't turn so well, a couple of reasons. you actually solder the connectors from the speed controllers onto each side of the motor. I must admit I did get this wrong a little bit earlier, and I was grateful that the speed controllers got a fail-safe, because otherwise I think I would have burnt one of my speed controllers out. The other thing which I did was I always use Dean's connectors on all of my radio control stuff, and the battery which I'm using, which here is a 4300, the Dean's connector is actually one of the batteries that I tend to use in a lot of my trucks. Now, if you put two speed controllers into one receiver, then you need to make sure that only one of them is supplying power to the receiver in the battery elimination circuitry. And so you'll see this one here, just normal, with the other one which I've put an extension onto. You'll see that I've actually taken out the positive connector, because the speed controller is quite happy to be controlled without having the positive connected up. Right, and that was a receiver, and I've just bought a fairly small and cheap Spectrum AR400 4 channels. That's all that I'm going to need. These two speed controllers came from a shop on eBay, and they were £19 something each, and the receiver was £15 with free postage. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put this battery and everything else in place, and that is just held in with 4 screws. I shan't make you see watch me do this just a moment. So there are 4 screws holding this battery holder in place, and that's all done. Now, something which I tend to use quite a lot is I tend to use these sticky pads, to hold receivers and sometimes even servos down. But if you are going to use them, what I've found is that even with brand new items, they might have mold release on them, or just a greasy layer, or just where your fingers have been. And you only get one chance to stick these things down. And over the years, I found that there is only one thing that ever allows these things to reliably stick and stay in place, and that's isopropyl alcohol, pure alcohol, IPA, 99%. And actually, I did at one point manage to get it from the chemist, but I also but you can buy it online from eBay, I think, and it's actually very, very cheap, and it's about £10 like a litre of that, and it kind of lasts forever. Well, certainly years. I've only ever had to buy a new lot when I've come over and had to buy some more, and obviously this side. One for the other. I'm only putting one on you. You can chop several, but you know, one day I might want to go and take this out. There we go. Those are now securely stuck in. Now, when the boat's top is on, you're going to need to be able to get the battery in. So I'm going to have to make sure that all the wires are out of the way. I'm not terribly worried about being able to get to the switches for the speed controllers, because I'm going to leave the perfectly open, and I'm going to use plugging the battery in and out to be the way that I turn them on and off. So I'll just put those out of the way, but in a place that I can get to them without having to take the deck off the boat if for any reason I should actually do. Because I'll probably put them up here, because in order to use the boat, particularly switches getting wet. Now, the receiver, you may have noticed, it's an AR400, it is an air receiver, and the reason that I'm using an air receiver is because I'm going to be using my Spectrum DX 10T to control it with, and I've already programmed it so that I can control the props independently. These slide switches in the centre, I can put a mix in so you can drive it almost like a tank. So pushing it forward will make the boat go forwards, that will make it go back, so those props are going. If you turn it left and right, the props will go in opposite directions, and if you're going forward and you push it that way a little bit, the boat will turn slightly to the left, because it will slow down the left prop while keeping the right prop going at the same speed. You don't have to have a radio like this. If you want to be able to do the channel mixing, I think that most sort of aircraft 6-channel transmitters will allow you by various combinations of where you've got the speed controller to get some sort of control. Depends on the mixing. You don't have to have it mixed. You could actually have your left and right hand sticks, one for each boat, if you wanted to. Right, time to plug in the receiver. Actually, that reminds me, I should wipe that out as well. Otherwise, that will be coming up. Right, so into the way that I programmed it, because I wanted to be able to control on the left stick. The speed controller on the left, I've got going into the plastic one here. I've got that one going into the throttle. The speed controller on the other side, I've got going into the rudder. So, and the actual rudder I've got going into the aileron. I'm just using 3 of the potential 4 channels. If I was wanted to control more things from that transmitter, I'd put anything up to a 10 channel receiver. Foam sticker is just a little bit too wide for the 2.4 gigahertz, which is what this radio system is, doesn't particularly it doesn't travel through water at all. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that the aerial stays above water. I think that's why I'm going to import these radio systems into submarines. Again. I'm using a bit of Tamiya paint masking tape, and I'm just going to use that to hold the area in place. My experience with this stuff is if you stick something with it, even though it's low tack, it seems to stay there for years. So I noticed a lot of toy manufacturers seem to use it as well. So just there. Next stage is to put the superstructure back on. Just before I do, I should probably mention that the servo here actually connected up through the deck into the came to the boat that sits in the wheelhouse. What I did was I chopped the wire either side of that here. So you'll see at the top servo wire there, and if you look underneath, you'll see the chopped off servo wires here. The reason I left the wire is because as part of the sealing for the boat, because there's foam around the hatch here, there's foam around this hatch, and the speaker for the foghorn actually seems to be fairly sealed too. I didn't want to break any of those seals. And then I just put a servo extension lead on so that I just had a screw drop into the boat, so I'm going to open that. There we are. Got it. Right. So we're all ready now to put the top deck on. Just secure that. So as I said, there is a greasy seal all the way around the edge of the boat, and a sort of silicone or rubber layer of some sort. Just before I put the top on, I thought I'd mention that I quite like the way that the lights all work in the wheelhouse and the smoke and the foghorn, etc. And I didn't really want to put all of that onto my DX10 transmitter. I didn't need to. The transmitter comes tend to sit down when I'm running the boat, so I thought that what I would do is I would just add an extra sort of double Dean's connector, so that when I want to, I can run the wheelhouse using the original radio control, and that way keep all the functions without having to go to the effort of putting control devices onto the radio control that would end up being very expensive. One last thing which I did do was I put some weight in the back, and it was bits of metal which I had lying around, and I wrapped it in tape so that it would give me surface, and then used the double-sided tape to stick it down. And between the bits of metal which I weighed about 5 ounces. The boat, when it's got everything on it, weighs 5 ounces, and the boat pretty well lines up with the white water line which goes all around the edge. You really don't want the back of the boat sticking out of the water, because otherwise the props tend to splash around rather than take the boat wherever you're trying to get it to go. Putting the deck back on is exactly the same as taking it on. So long as you found all the screws, and I think there are about 14 of them, it comes off very, very easily. And this is probably the biggest trick to be aware of, because whilst most of the screws are fairly visible, the number of the screws are actually hiding the fittings for the ship. In a couple of minutes, I'm just trying to get this tripod, you'll see which fittings they're hiding under. This one seems to go on. Right. So the screws you've got, I'll just put right. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 screws. If you haven't taken 14 screws, or if you haven't undone 14 screws, the top will not come off. It does not need pulling hard. Okay. I'll just stop the video while I screw this up. Incidentally, I didn't need to take the screws out of these holes while I was doing all of this. I just left them in there, which is going to make it easier to do up, and hopefully I haven't lost any. Right, so now for the deck fittings, and this is where a number of the screws are hidden. So you've got the one at the top here. This one looks as if it goes here. They're all angled slightly differently, so each of them is unique and only goes in one place. This one goes here. It's slightly better. Some are roughly like that. This one here. Then there are a couple at the end that just follow the corner holes for tension. It might be worth sticking them in something, but you might need to take them out again one day, so that one's at least going to stick with something. And each of them comes, you can see it there by hand. I'll just try again. There, each of them comes with a pretty tiny screw. The front one has 2 screws. And the screws go through each of these holes. Sharp